Yo, what is up, all you guys out there? The name is Tekken Heat, bringing you guys a Destiny gameplay. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually playing Destiny for the meantime, and I decided to do a little gameplay commentary on it. And there's actually a reason for that. The reason for this is because Black Ops 3, they've from the looks of this multiplayer feature, some of it was probably inspired from Destiny itself. And what I'm talking about is the specialist feature. Now, what this is a multiplayer feature where at the start of every match, you can choose to play as 9 different characters. Now, what I mean by this is not exactly if you die, you can switch characters. I mean, they have 9 characters set, and whatever character you choose, that is your set character for the entire match. So you can alternate or anything, but it's just cool that you have all these options available. Now, what does this have to do in relation to Destiny? Well, when you think about it, in Destiny, you have the ability to pick 3 different you know, characters: the Titan, the Warlock, and the Hunter. Now, of course, this is from the start of the entire game itself, but I'm pretty sure Black Ops 3's multiplayer has something similar to do with this. Now, like Destiny, with every character, there is I guess you call it a super, whether it be an ability or a weapon super. Kind of like, sorry, that's my phone. Kind of like Destiny. In Destiny, every character has 2 different sets of abilities. Now, when it comes to Black Ops 3, so far what we know, there are four. So far we know 4 different characters that have pretty interesting abilities. First one, character number 1. I'm not gonna name the actual person because that's just too much for me. I really don't mind about that. All I care about is character 1 and what their abilities are. So character 1, his ability is kind of like overclock in Advanced Warfare, and it pretty much speaks for itself. For a few seconds, you can pretty much go super speed, like you are just going Sonic the Hedgehog fast. You can do anything you want, just run. You could use it in objectives like capture the flag, search and destroy if you want to get the flame before anybody else can get to it. You can use it in special ways. His weapon, however, is kind of like the Titan in Destiny. Now, for those guys that do not know what the Titan can do, is he does this super ultra power slam. And this power slam is pretty OP because pretty much it has a huge radius, a huge blast radius from both the ground and from height. So there's been multiple times in Destiny where, as the hunter myself, I can sometimes have the ability to triple jump. And even when I triple jump, I can still get killed by this blast the Titan uses. However, in Black Ops 3, at least for now, when the character uses this ability, yes, his ability is still strong, but you can at least have a better chance at dodging it than the Titan in Destiny. So I like the fact that they did that. I think it's going to be pretty fun because at least I'm going to have some experience with this since it has some similarity to Destiny, which I do enjoy playing. Character number 2 has the ability to, in a way, have a similar ability to Hardline. And Hardline is pretty much a perk that kind of reduces the amount of score points you need to acquire a score streak. Now, they did mention that score streaks are coming back, so that's great. Score streaks are pretty much objective. Anything you do objectively, killing, assist, anything like that, it will go to your kill streak. And pretty much what this ability is it in a way triples whatever you do for a couple seconds, so you can get a better chance of acquiring your streak faster. So this is pretty cool. I like this, although since it only does last for a few seconds, I can't see this being as useful as all the others unless you timed it very perfectly, like as if you were going to capture a hard point or domination or I guess any objective based game. You could time it right and you can just get a crap ton of points. So make sure you use this thing well because it only lasts for a few seconds. The ability, however, is quite interesting. It is a highly powered bow, not a crossbow, but an actual hunter's bow. And the reason why it's insanely powerful is because it is not just a one shot, but it is so powerful that the moment it makes contact with you, your body will fly to a wall or will fly you as far back as possible, and you will pretty much disintegrate in a way. So when I heard that, I have a feeling that gore is coming back. We even saw some gore in the trailer. So I think some fans will be happy with that because they really wanted that since World at War. So besides that, that's characters 2, ability and weapon. Character 3 is pretty cool. Character 3 reminds me of the hunter weapon wise, but I'll get into that in a little. What I'm going to mention first though is the ability, and what the ability is. It's pretty much the ultimate radar. And what I mean by this is character 2 has his ability, I mean character 3 has his ability to kind of spot where all the players are on the display in a kind of highlight like, you know, thing. In relation to this, it's kind of like Advanced Warfare's threat detection. Every time you throw a threat grenade, you can see an outline of where all the enemies are in that certain area. However, for character 3, her ability is pretty much you can see it just once. You can only use this ability once, and it just shows the entire map. It shows the entire screen and shows where all of the characters are. So it's not really useful in a lot of game modes because it's all respawns, and since it's just being used once, you have to like really use it carefully. But if it was used in search and destroy, especially in the competitive scene, this might be pretty useful. Actually, no, it will be pretty useful. So I can only see this being used in search unless there are some more game modes that can actually cater to this. But for now, search is the main game to use this ability in. The weapon. I love the weapon because it reminds me of the hunter, the gunslinger. So for those guys that do not play Destiny, you guys probably don't know what the gunslinger is. What the gunslinger is an overpowered revolver that contains 3 bullets in, and no matter where the enemy is, you can pretty much get a one shot, or you can get a one shot from quite a long distance till it's long enough to where you have to two shot. But it's pretty insane, and that's pretty much what character three's weapon is. Sorry, it's pretty much a not a 3 round revolver, but a 6 round revolver. That in this one, from no matter what distance it is, it will be a one shot. Although I don't believe there's supposed to be any kind of aim assist or anything to it, so you got to be very accurate. Luckily though, you do have 6 bullets, and 6 bullets means 6 different kills. Unless they do something like Destiny, where you can customize it to where you can actually get explosive rounds with the shots. But I can't see that happening. If it does, that'll be awesome, and that'll be great for a momentum or war style gameplay, which I don't know if it is coming to Black Ops 3, but I do know that it'll be very fun to use in Hardpoint. Character 4 is probably everybody's most interestingly favored character besides character 3. The reason for that is because character 4 is a robot. It's actually a Terminator like robot, and you'll know once you finally get the game and read the backstory because they all come with backstories. But Terminator 4 is pretty much like a Terminator. One of the ways is its weapon, but as I'm keeping the pattern, we're sticking with the ability first, then the weapon. So the ability is kind of odd, actually. I've never thought that I never thought that they'd ever put this in, but what the ability is a somewhat rewind feature that they call glitch. And since I said rewind feature, you kind of already know what it's going to be. For a few seconds, you can have the ability to rewind or go back in time to your previous position, and it's pretty good for escaping gunfights. It's pretty good for getting out of sticky situations that you know you're most likely going to die if you go there. So, this is pretty fun. This is pretty interesting. Can't wait to see it being used in the game. I hope it's not going to be too OP, but at the same time, though, since it has to be timed very right because of how fast you can die in the game, it's going to be quite interesting. So that is the rewind feature. Looks pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. Can't wait to see it used in the game. But the weapon, however, I think it's going to have to be needing some nerfing because what this is pretty much a death machine. The character can pretty much turn his hand into a death machine, which is why I kind of said he's somewhat like a Terminator. It's a straight up robot. So he can switch his robotic hand into a death machine like weapon and mow the players down till ammo runs out or till he dies. And that I can see kind of being pretty OP, although at the same time, I'm not too worried about, and I'll explain it in a little. Well, actually, I'll explain it right now. Like Destiny, all these abilities, all these weapons, it has a load time. And what I mean by that is it's not like a kill streak or a score streak to where you can pretty much earn your way up to it through kills and stuff. What it is the moment you start the game, there is a kind of load battery like thing that leads you up to this certain ability or weapon. And it's pretty interesting because the moment I heard about this, I immediately thought Destiny because, like Destiny, well, just like Destiny, it works the same way. Pretty much, you have this kind of low time, and anything you do, like play objectively, get kills, any kind of points or anything, will add up with it and will increase the time. Now, they did say that doing nothing, you'll like if you just stayed prone in the back of the corner for the entire game, you could probably reach this thing once. But if you actually play regularly, you could probably hit this like two, three times, which is just like Destiny. You can kind of see the pattern here, how a lot of things are pretty similar to the game. Now, I do like the fact that they did this because this kind of gets me to want to play Destiny even more, seeing how there are characters that have similar features to Destiny and how this entire specialist system works is very, very similar to Destiny. So probably you'll be looking forward to a lot more Destiny videos, not as much as Advanced Warfare, but I might sneak in a couple of Destiny videos every now and then, and I'm actually having some fun playing the game. So I like the fact that Black Ops 3 is getting me to actually want to play a bigger variety of games because of how many things they're picking and choosing from all these other first person shooters. And last thing I want to mention before I end the video is like Destiny, once again, you can see the pattern here. Um, when it comes to these abilities, when you die, the ability is still, or they call it your core that leads up to your ability. It's still charging from the moment you died. It's not gonna reset itself. It's gonna continue the whole way till you reach it. And when you reach it, you don't have to use it right away. When you reach it, you can save it to when you need it the most. And when you use it, if you die in the middle of using it, it's gone and it's reset back to its, 0% stage. And you have to wait till it hits 100% again to finally use it. So I I really like the fact that they got some influence from Destiny because I really did like that feature in Destiny. So I'm very glad to see it make its return to Black Ops 3. So I like the fact that Treyarch has actually been nitpicking off of different first-person shooters along with its own COD. So we're pretty much getting a perfect futuristic like shooter because obviously we've gotten some stuff from Advanced Warfare, we've gotten some stuff from Destiny, from Titanfall, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some stuff from other first-person shooters the further on we get closer to the full release of this game. So that's been everything. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about this specialist. If you guys think this is a good or a bad idea. I personally think that this is a good idea. It's another good refresh. I think Treyarch has probably taken the most advantage of this 3-year cycle because of how many different things are coming to um the entire game as a whole, and I'll definitely be coming out with more news because, as I said, there's a lot of new stuff that's coming into this game. So look forward to that in the future. Until next time, this has been your boy Tekken Heat, and I'm out. Peace.